cats. Almost 25 years ago, a modest donation to veterinarian Chris Donner marked the beginning of a community-supported fund to help companion animals and strays receive critical veterinary care. From that point forward, the Sampson Fund was born.
Well, I think the mission always was to be able to keep somebody's pet in the household. When there was critical veterinary care that was needed and the funds weren't there to have that happen, then what are the choices? The choices often were to sort of go without care and end up euthanizing the animal. And that just isn't a really good choice. So the mission has always been to step in and help financially and try to keep the family together.
There were like probably 5 dogs just running around this little room, and Dante came right over and sat next to me and just wanted to be pet. And I was like, I don't even need to stay here any longer. I want to take this dog. And I wanted a dog for myself. Companionship, basically. Unconditional love. And he's been my best friend ever since. He's an awesome dog. It was Christmas time, and he wasn't eating. He wasn't acting normal. He had lost his joy of life. He wasn't acting the same as he usually did, and I knew something was wrong from the beginning. He said his stomach isn't clogged, we don't know, but you should bring him over to the care hospital in Dennis.
Dante presented to me after being at his regular vet. He was lethargic, he had been vomiting, and was very, very sick. The only piece of information that we didn't have was to test him for something called parvovirus. So I tested for it, and it was in fact positive.
They told me that there was a good chance he couldn't make it, and for the week he was there, every time my phone vibrated, every time the house phone went off, I got a pit in my stomach that I can't even explain. It made me sick.
Without the supportive care, dogs will usually succumb to the illness. The owners applied for the Sampson Fund and were granted sort of a portion of the Sampson Fund to help with treatment. Dante responded very well to the treatments we provided. He was able to stay with us for a few days and left a happy, healthy dog once again.
Because of the Sampson Fund, they gave us the opportunity to save Dante's life. It just opened every window that he was able to get what he needed to live, to survive, to get through the parvo and make it.
Each veterinarian or each practice that belongs to the Sampson Fund knows that they can draw on a certain amount of money each month. And so that's still going on today. That's how it's set up.
The Sampson Fund is almost near the 25th anniversary, and what started with a $25 donation has grown now such that last year we gave out $35,000 and helped 72 dogs and cats on the Cape. I think that's a pretty significant number.
I'm so happy that they did what they did, and I still want to write a letter to them thanking them because they saved one of the biggest parts of my life.
So when I went to go feed Goldie, I didn't know him, and I walked up the stairs and he was all about having me to the cage. He would stick his paw out the side of the cage and try to get my attention and touch me, and he was such a good cat. He was so cute. He was so determined to get my attention, and he did. And that's when I knew that I had to have him, but I didn't know how I was gonna get the money. I didn't know what I was gonna do with this cat because I knew he required medical attention. He was very, very, very sick.
Because he was kind of in a rundown shape, he had a previous eye removal and enucleation that hadn't healed properly, so he was left with an open draining socket. And he was in poor shape, but he was extremely affectionate and really wanted to be taken care of. And she wanted to do the right thing. She wanted to try and save Goldie.
I said, this is going to be the $1 million cat. I don't have money to, keep on fixing him. Who knows what else is wrong with him.
Unfortunately, the plan got to be kind of expensive because of the repeat of the surgery and the castration and everything else.
And I was talking to Dr. Coleman about it, and he told me about the Sampson Fund. And that day I filled out the application, and I was approved by the next morning, and we set the appointment for his operation.
Everything came out great. I mean, he was an extremely affectionate cat. Depending on, I don't know, who knows what he went through before he got to us, but he was definitely a cat worth saving, and everything turned out real well.
I think the impact of a Sampson Fund is simply that it makes a community more of a compassionate community.
There are many cases where we get thank you notes from people saying, you saved my life, you know, not only my pet's life. I think that's where I get a lot of the satisfaction from working in the Sampson Fund, is because I do see cases where it makes a huge difference in people's lives.
I think really the rewarding part of seeing the fund progress is knowing that over the years we've accomplished our mission of keeping many pets in the household, knowing that we've kept those pets for people. That's my reward.
The Sampson Fund continues to assist Cape veterinarians in saving lives and bringing communities closer together, one pet at a time. To help support the Sampson Fund or to make a donation, call 508-240-PETS or visit www.sampsonfund.org for more information.
The Sampson Fund for Veterinary Care is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. All donations are tax deductible.